Hi guys, thanks for watching. Today I want to show you how to introduce new exercises to a nervous or to a problem horse. The exercise that I want to introduce Jacko to today is a really simple one. It's just a slow canter over 3 poles. But first meet Jacko. He is one of my horses. He's an 11-year-old thoroughbred and he's a really nervous horse. He has no confidence when it comes to new things and is mistreated in the past, so he has a lot of trust issues. I'm working with him now for over a year and it's just the last couple of months that he really starts to trust me. You can't force him or be aggressive around him because he goes into a panic state of mind. It's really hard to see. I only saw it once and it takes a couple of weeks before he starts to be totally relaxed again. It's hard to work with a horse like this because the line of pushing him and pushing him too far is really thin. People who have a problem horse at home know that you have to be really patient and have to take things really easy. When a horse is mentally damaged, it will never go fully away. But with a lot of practice and gentle handling and to give him a lot of time, they are lovely to work with. Today I wanted a slow canter over 3 poles, a really easy exercise, but I knew I got Jacko out of his comfort zone here. So I broke the exercise down to 3 simple steps. Just 1 pole, 2 poles and then 3 poles. But when I came in the arena, I was further off than I thought. He didn't want to dare to come close to the poles. So it took me around 5 or 10 minutes circling around the poles, coming closer and closer until he was doing little circles around the pole. I draw the poles here so you have a little bit idea how they lay because it's not really good to see in the footage. Once he was comfortable enough, I started to go in between the poles. At the start, he found this really scary, but after a while, he was okay with it. I tried doing in all different kinds of directions from different sides so that he get used to all the different sides. Then the first time over the pole, you can see he's a little bit nervous, but he agrees with it. He's fine with it. Second time, also good. Not as nervous anymore. Third time, easy, even from the other side. Trying this side one more time. Go into a little bit of a trot after. A little bit of a trot towards it. And I practice every step at least 3 times, left and right, so that he get used to both sides. And it's not that you're being soft with him, but you need to be consequent. Here you can see that he plays up a little bit, but he did this before. It's not new for him. So now I can push him a little bit harder because I know that he did this before. And then he agrees. And one more time to finish it positive. Now I try the 2 poles, but it's still a little bit too much. So I just break them up in 2. Just do first 1 pole, then do the other pole, and then combine them together. Then go back to something that he knows. So I circle around here and go over the pole where I went already over for 20 times. So it settles him down again, and then I try to go for one of the 2 poles. So I practice both poles separately, again left and right from both directions so that he went over it in all kinds of directions. And I know that he's not taking the piss out of me because I can feel him shaking as I go in between the second one. If he's calm on the walk, it's time to trot. I come from the side so that he sees that he only has to go over 1 pole. Start trotting slowly over them left and right from both sides. I will slowly go straighter and straighter over the poles. Now first attempt to do the 2 poles. He's over it, hesitates a little bit, comes back. No worries, he was halfway there, but I know his right side is the strongest side, so I'll try it first on his right side. Go over this little pole so that he does something that he knows. Turn him around, try it on his good side. 1, 2, perfect, good job Jacko. And then again on the left side, and now he dares to go over them, perfect. Now I'll walk over the first one and then trot over the second one. And now trot over both poles from the left side and trot over both poles from the right side. Now he's ready for the 3rd pole. We both walk up to it. You can see he's a little bit afraid that it's moving. But again, go to it, let him check it out. You can't see it, but he's blowing here. He finds it pretty scary, but I'm trying to comfort him. Come on, Jacko, up. You see, it doesn't hurt you. Put the 3rd pole in there. And again, I try to give him as much time as he needs because in the past I tried to rush things and it will only bring fear to him. So I take everything really easy. You can still see he's a little bit shaky here and there. He finds it still a little bit scary. So don't make a big deal out of it. Comfort him. We both walk together over it. So we do it together. Pretty easy. He doesn't even look at it. Perfect. Now it's time to ride again. And he picked this up really good. Like he walked over the 3 poles straight away. I didn't have to break it up again. I walked him a couple times over it and then it was time to trot over it. Then from the other side, I walked him a couple times over it till he was comfortable enough, and after that I went in a trot over them. Then a first attempt to canter over it, a really good try from him, perfect. We trotted out. Next time, another canter, and now he does it perfectly. Strides are not really good, but he's still figuring it out. And then here's the end result, a nice slow canter over it. I finish it off with just a long rein, just go in between the poles again to finish off with something positive, something that he knows and is really easy for him now. One more time a walk over it, perfect. With normal horses you can be a little bit more pushy if they don't dare to do something, but with Jacko I have to be really careful. Give him a lot of pats, a lot of love, let him know that he did a good job. Now at the end, he always follows me around. That's a sort of trust thing that we have. I practice it every time after riding. So now I'm trying to walk him over it and he just follows. So he doesn't do it not because I force him to do it, but because he wants to do it. You need to be consequent in training so that they don't walk over you. But I think that with calm or with assertive way of training, you come much further than if you're trying to force and push them. I think in this way you get a respectful horse in return. You see he does even do a little bit of a trot after. I was so happy with that. So what I try now is to trot him over the three of them. As you can see at the start of this video, he didn't dare to walk close to the poles. He didn't dare to trot over one of the poles. Now he trots freely over the three of them. So I say training done. I love working with this horse. He's a special one and he will stay forever with us. Jacko, I love you.